Call you to speak. I request that you limit your comments to no more 3 minutes and that we avoid repetition. Madam City Clerk, are we in compliance with the Nevada open meeting law?
We are in compliance.
Thank you. Tonight we have the opportunity to be blessed and have invocation given by Pastor Dean Sanner of Discovery Church, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance led by Andrea Owen, a CSN student working on her political science degree tonight. Please rise.
Through our government. Lord, we thank you as well for our city officials and specifically for our city council. We pray that you would bring them unity as they together strive to do what's in the best interest of our city. Lord, we pray that you'd give them your grace and your peace and your wisdom as they have to navigate their way through difficult and traverse courses at times and make decisions that are in the best interest of this city and every person here. Lord, in the meantime, as they have to deal with difficult individuals, I pray you'd help them, give them patience. And I pray tonight, as they face different decisions that they'll be making, that you will walk with them through everything that they face. Lord, we thank you for the protection that we have because of the law enforcement officers in our city, and we pray that your protection would be with them, that you would keep them safe, that they would be able to continue to provide a chaos-free environment for us here in our city. And we pray that our city would continue to bring glory to you. And we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor. Appreciate you coming tonight, and Ms. Owens, nice to have you participate with us. This is a time set aside for the first public forum on posted agenda items. Madam Clerk, do we have any? I have one card here. If you haven't filled out a card but you'd like to address the council, this would be the time to come up on this, or you can wait until the agenda item that you want to discuss comes up. Steve Schoaf, please come forward.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name's Steve Schoaf, 5622 Midnight Breeze Street, North Las Vegas. I came up to speak about something I saw on the consent agenda, item 8, which was about a business being put in, a lady putting a business in her residential home. I live in an HOA, and in our HOA rules, I'm sure they're not unique to our HOA. Syntex built a lot of homes in North Las Vegas. But in our HOA, you can't have a business in a residential home without consent of the board first. And I don't know if this business has talked to the HOA. It's over behind Seastrand Park. I know that's a newer home. I'm sure they have an HOA. It just makes me wonder if you pass this item and she starts her business and then the HOA finds out about it and they say, no, you can't have a business in a residential area. When you moved into the HOA, you signed documents saying you would abide by the rules and regulations. What recourse do the HOA have now to enforce their rules and regulations? The city says it's okay. The HOA says it isn't. They don't want the business there. I'm not saying they do or don't. This is just something that could possibly happen. They start finding this person maybe on a regular basis $100 a month or a week rather, until they take the business out. Who's responsible for this problem? The city, the HOA, the person that didn't talk to the HOA first before they talked to the city? I'm just bringing this up as a possibility, and I think that's something that the city might look to address, especially in areas that do have an HOA. And I just wanted to bring that up. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. I think that's going to be addressed in just a minute by Councilman Churchill. Anybody else wishing to address the council? Seeing none, we'll close the public comment. Tonight, we'll be postponing the recognition of the winner of the 2016 Rancho High School Art Express Show. The The item was tabled on April 20th by City Council meeting. Is that still being postponed as we sit here?
Yeah, Mayor, I'll take responsibility on that one as a miscommunication. I thought I had clearly told them that would be doing it in the second meeting of April, and I guess I didn't communicate that with our people here, my staff. So my sincere apologies. But they'll be here next one.
Thank you very much. We'll move that 2 more weeks. Also, we have a proclamation night. We'll be recognizing April as Seeing Orange Month. We're going to go down and make a presentation, and we appreciate you coming this evening.
This evening, I'm going to be presenting this proclamation to Mr. Hand from the RTC, and I'm going to go ahead and read the proclamation. And it reads, whereas the Regional Transportation Commission of Southern Nevada, the RTC, in partnership with local jurisdictions, the American Traffic Safety Services Association, the ATSSA, and the Nevada Contractors Association, the NCA, launched Seeing Orange as a resource for gathering construction information in order for Southern Nevada residents to better plan their commutes. And whereas Seeing Orange is an online resource made available to the public for getting up-to-date information about road construction projects, such as roadway improvements, new commercial developments, and utility maintenance, and how these projects may impact daily commutes. And whereas the RTC partnered with Waze, the free, real-time, crowdsourced navigation app, to help drivers better navigate around construction projects within the valley. And whereas the RTC is the Transportation Planning and Traffic Management Agency in Southern Nevada and has the appropriate resources and the data to enhance an existing application to benefit Southern Nevada residents and tourists alike. And whereas the RTC provides Waze with the valley's planned construction and road detour information to ensure the sharing of accurate current road conditions and solutions for traveling in the valley. And whereas Seeing Orange is in line with the RTC's goals of improving communication, providing accurate roadway information, and enhancing travel for Southern Nevada residents. Now, therefore, we, the City Council of the City of North Las Vegas, do hereby proclaim the month of April as Seeing Orange Month in North Las Vegas and encourage our citizens to participate in the Seeing Orange program. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, there we go.
Did you take it and mention how much money the FRIs put in the economy and everything?
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Yeah, I'm Mike Hand from the RTC, and as Mayor Lee pointed out, fuel revenue indexing is part of the reason we launched this effort. Every time you fill up your car with gas, we get a dime to build projects. Will enable us to bond $700 million in public works projects, 221 of them to be precise, and create about 9,000 direct, indirect, and induced jobs. As a result of that, we created Seeing Orange as a way for people to get their questions answered about any orange cone you see in the roadway. Call our phone number, which it's on the paper, I gotta look now, 702, I just go on the website, 702-928-CONE, 702-928-2663, or go to seeingorangenv.com, and we'll try to get an answer to you regardless of whether it's an RTC project, a North Las Vegas project, anybody's project with orange cones. We'll get back to you within 72 hours. As Councilwoman mentioned, we're also excited. This Friday, we're launching a partnership with Waze, W-A-Z-E. That's a traffic real-time navigation application to help you navigate your way around orange cones. So look for that this Friday after about 11 o'clock, and look, it should be on the news. And thank you, Councilwoman, Mayor, and other council persons for your time and your recognition. We really appreciate this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor Lee. Great job for North Las Vegas.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Good work.
And thanks to Chong and Jen. Thanks, Chong. Thank you.
Thanks, James. See ya. Thank you. Thank you very much. Madam City Clerk, are we ready to start with tonight's agenda?
Yes, Mayor, we are. Item number 1, approval of regular city council meeting agenda of April 6, 2016 for possible action.
Mayor and council, item 8 will be tabled until the next meeting, and it's our recommendation to approve the rest of the agenda.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions on the agenda? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve,
Please cast your vote.
as amended.
Motion is approved.
Item number 2, set date on any appeals filed or required public hearings from the City Planning Commission meetings.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. I so direct you to set any appropriate dates that are needed.
So noted, Mayor. Thank you.
Moving on to the consent agenda.
Consent agenda. Matters listed on the consent agenda are considered routine and may be approved by a single motion. However, any consent item may be moved to the business portion of the agenda for discussion at the request of any council member.
Thank you.
Mayor and City Council, the consent agenda consists of items 3 through 14 with the exception of number 8, which we just moved. Staff recommends approval as presented of the consent agenda.
Thank you. Any comments or questions from council? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve items 3 through 7 and 9 through 14, and approve those and continue item 8 for 2 weeks.
Please cast your vote. Is there anybody here that was here expressly for item number 8? Is anybody here? Is there a hand up in the air? Okay, then, Councilman, I expect you'll figure out how that goes. Okay, thank you very much.
We'll work out a meeting.
Business, moving on to the business portion of the agenda.
Item 15, license and services agreement with Tyler Technologies Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $918,616 using the competitive bidding exception per NRS 332 Local Government Purchasing Act for the purchase of Energov permitting and land management suite software licenses, professional services, and 1 year of maintenance and support for possible action.
Thank you. Council, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote. Item is approved.
Item number 16, fire engine vehicle purchase agreement with Pierce Manufacturing Incorporated in a form approved by the City Attorney's Office in a total amount not to exceed $911,695, $861,695 to replace engine 473, and $50,000 for fire equipment to outfit the new apparatus from the Public Safety Projects Fire Fund using the competitive bidding exception per NRS 332 Local Government Purchasing Act for the acquisition build of a Pierce Quantum aerial ladder for the fire department for possible action.
Mayor and City Council, Fire Chief Jeff Lytle will provide some additional information on this item at this time.
Thank you. Welcome, Chief.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, Council. Thank you for giving me an opportunity just to express our gratitude for being able to put this on the agenda, but also to allow me to express or to explain how we came up with this and to explain to the public the process that we go through as we replace this our apparatus. So when we are looking at any piece of apparatus, we go through a process as we look for our age, the miles, the hours, the maintenance cost, and the additional costs that may come just from maintenance, as well as the safety and the reliability of the apparatus. The apparatus that's asking to be replaced is 22 years old. And as we look at the fleet service, the fleet is estimated that the miles with the miles and hours is approximately 481,000 miles. So a significant amount of miles that would be on this apparatus. Now this apparatus is a reserve apparatus, and because of our other units also being placed out of service because of problems with them, this 22-year-old piece of apparatus was in service approximately 200 days last year. And so we believe that going through this process, that it is necessary and an absolute need at this point, a critical need. And as we look at the CIP money that's available, we have a CIP process where our directors get together and we prioritize the money for the city, not only for fire, but the other priorities for streets and for parks. And so as we have done this for the last 3 years, this replacement of this ladder has been one of those priorities. And so moving forward now a couple years later, we have also reevaluated how we will put that apparatus into service, and we have decreased the amount of money that was requested from $1.2 million to what you see on the agenda item tonight to $911,000, saving the city approximately $300,000 that we can apply to some other CIP projects. So again, we appreciate the opportunity just to explain to the public how we get to this process, and that this has been prioritized as a critical need for the city by the directors that are a part of that CIP committee.
Thank you very much. Good presentation. Do we have questions?
Chief, talk to us a little bit about, I know that you made some changes to this vehicle as a cost savings measure.
Yeah, Councilwoman.
correct?
Yes, we absolutely did. If we could turn on the camera, I'll just kind of show here what the apparatus went from. So we changed our direction from a So this was the original apparatus that we had on the agenda for the last couple years of what we were attempting to purchase, which is a platform truck. And this one is the $1.2 million piece of apparatus. We've reevaluated our operations and feel that we can perform the needed operations, downgrading that to a straight stick, 107-foot straight stick, and still be able to meet the needs of the community. This is a picture of the new apparatus that we would like to purchase. And so that downgrade, again, will be able to save us that $300,000 that can be applied to some other CIP project or back to the fire service to be able to maybe do a refurbish of one of our other apparatus.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing that, I'm just very impressed at how you've been able to come and work with our department and work on training and all those important things. It's exciting. I just had one question. Each of those gold stripes, is that for every vehicle you bought in the last 12 months?
Good comment, sir.
Yeah. You don't have to answer, but we do have some Boy Scouts in the back, and if we get done early and you Scouts would like, we'll take you up to the mayor's office real quick. If you're still here with the chief and me, we'll go up there and visit with you if you want to stick around for a minute, okay? But we understand if you can't. Thank you very much, Chief.
Thank you, Mayor.
If there are no other questions, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote. Thank you. Motion is passed.
Item number 17, bid number 1482 and construction contract with Las Vegas Paving Incorporated in the amount of $3,117,176 from the Regional Transportation Commission of Southern Nevada Fuel Revenue Indexing Funds for the Valley Drive Sawtooth Infill and Decatur Boulevard Sidewalk Project, CIP project numbers 10402 and 10399 for possible action.
Thank you. Counselor, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Oh, on behalf of Ward 3, I thank you, and Jennifer, thank you for all of your efforts on this. This has been a long time coming and greatly needed. So, Mayor, I would move that we approve this item.
Great. That's a motion. Please cast your vote. Item's approved.
Item number 18, Amphitheater Permanent Fencing Addition Service Agreement with Tree Barnum LLC, DBA Red Star Fence Company LLC, in the amount of $96,030 from the Tax Override Park Funds, using the competitive bidding exception per NRS 332 Local Government Purchasing Act for the Craig Ranch Amphitheater Modifications Project, CIP project number 10461, for possible action.
Thank you. Counselor, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote.
Graciously, yay.
Item is approved.
Item 19, agreement to use local government contract with Train US Incorporated in the total amount of $105,000, $35,000 annually for a 3-year period, with the option to renew for 2 additional 2-year periods, using the competitive bidding exception per NRS 332 Local Government Purchasing Act for the purchase of HVAC products, repairs, and services for use throughout the city, for possible action.
Thank you. Counselor, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote. Item's approved.
Item number 20, First Amendment to Local Government Contract with Supply Works, formerly Clean Source, to increase annual spending authorization from $50,000 to an amount not to exceed $100,000 for the purchase of reduced-price janitorial supplies for use throughout city facilities, for possible action.
Thank you. Counselor, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Motion to approve.
Please cast your vote. Item's approved.
Item number 21, Amendment number 1 to the Professional Engineering Services Agreement with the Lewis Berger Group, Incorporated, which increases Clark County Regional Flood Control District funding of the original agreement from $1,019,917 to $1,412,681 for the Hollywood System Project, CIP project number 10375, which will fund additional design for downstream drainage improvements, for possible action.
Thank you very much. Counselor, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote. Item is approved.
Item number 22, issuance of purchase orders in the total amount of $97,590.56, $80,756 to Ford Country, and $16,834.56 to Advanced Vehicle Products, using the competitive bidding exception per NRS 332 Local Government Purchasing Act for the purchase of 4 2016 Ford Fusions and the associated upfit for the police department, for possible action.
Thank you. Counselor, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote. Item is approved.
Moving on to ordinance for introduction only. There is no public comment for these items, and no action will be taken by the council at this meeting. If you wish to speak on any of these items, please attend the meeting where the final action will be determined and submit a blue card to the clerk. Item number 23, ordinance number 2748. An ordinance authorizing the issuance and sale by the city of its Special Improvement District number 60, Aliante, Local Improvement Refunding Bonds, Series 2016, approving the form of certain documents with respect to such bonds, ratifying action taken by city officers toward the issuance of such bonds, and providing other matters related thereto. Set final action for April 20th, 2016.
Thank you very much. City Manager's Report. Director Juden, do you have any items that you'd like to report to the council tonight?
Mayor and Council, tonight we've asked Communications Director Mitch Fox to update you on some communications projects. This is Director Fox's last official council meeting with us, so make sure you ask him lots of tough questions.
Welcome, Director Fox.
Thank you. So, let me move this over a bit.
Maybe you ought to say your name for the record.
Sure, Mitch Fox, Director of Communications for the City of North Las Vegas. I knew you'd make me do that. I have a really exciting project. First of all, I'd like to say that, for this project would not have been direct involvement unless first of all, for two people, Councilman Richard Churchill, and their direct involvement. And I'll explain a little bit about how he was involved in this project, and also my assistant, a little bit about how he was involved in this project, and what I wanted to do, Elisa Bradshaw. And this is really based what I wanted to do. Pro Tem's idea that goes back probably a year and a half ago. Pro Tem's idea that goes back probably a year and a half ago. That each council member is to have an e-newsletter to send out information to your residents, to send out information to your residents and constituents. So we worked with a program called Gov Delivery. So we worked with a program called Gov Delivery to distribute information. This is a city software program that we use to distribute information, public safety. But up until now, we really haven't used a lot of its features. But up until now, we really haven't used a lot of its features. We're about ready to launch something that really utilizes the features. We're about ready to launch something that really utilizes. So as you're looking at on the screen, this program. So as you're looking at on the screen, developed is basically an individual masthead. Is basically an individual masthead that each council member could utilize. You'd have a photo there. It would be your title, and then you'd have a photo there introducing your title newsletter, and then you'd have a message introducing this again. I want to repeat and reiterate. What was key to this again? Churchill had repeat and reiterate a pretty extensive email list, which we were able to add to the email list. And go ahead and get add to Gov Delivery constituents. And go ahead and as I'm scrolling down to constituents. So as I'm scrolling down, this first announcement is he's having an active. This first announcement is he's having an active older Monday, April 18th, coming up 9:30 to 10:30. Monday, April 18th, from 9:30 to 10:30. It has a brief description of it, and again, you've probably seen this before because this description of it, and again, you've probably seen this before because this is being distributed. Flyer that throughout the city and here at City Hall. So we added this very easily, very quickly to this. So we added this very easily, very quickly to this e-newsletter. Scrolling down. Now, if I click this,
hello, 2015 is
a person you all know and recognize, a person you all know and recognize, and that is our YouTube page, that is our YouTube channel, and that is our YouTube page, that is our YouTube channel video, and right now that we show during the city video, and also during we've entered into a competition, and also we hope to win an award into a competition video. We hope to win an award, whether we have or not, particular video, and we'll know soon whether we have or not. So let me stop this. Scrolling down, this has the announcement. Scrolling down, again, this has the announcement that again, Councilman Churchill wanted the Cracker Barrel groundbreaking. First of all, that I took Cracker Barrel during the groundbreaking. These are photos that I took inserted into this groundbreaking newsletter. Easily inserted into this. There's the Dignity Health groundbreaking. There's the Dignity Health groundbreaking, and there he is being interviewed by the news media. And there he is with a brief description of what's going on. With a brief description of what's going on. He also decided that he was going to emphasize, and he also decided that he was going to emphasize, and he can certainly, in terms of veterans issues, on other details, animal and pet issues, in terms of veterans issues, he wanted to focus on senior issues, pet issues, and libraries. He wanted to focus on senior issues, especially as it pertained to his particular ward. And then when he did distribute information about other, and then when he did distribute information about other wards, he would go ahead, for example, Councilwoman Needham Wood. Anita Woods, Councilwoman Anita Woods task force, Anita Woods, and information about squatters task force, and information about that. To call a number, there's the folks want to call a number. There's the number. There's a library announcement, the Aliante Library about the. There's a library announcement, the Aliante Library about the Polynesian dance performance. A photo taken during Raul Elizondo Day. A photo taken during Raul Elizondo Day. Arrowhead Acres Dumpster Days. Arrowhead Acres Dumpster Days. And then this was kind of a nice tour, actually. I attended that as well. A nice tour, actually. I attended that as well. Academy had a Councilman Churchill was there with his wife. The Culinary Academy had a terrific tour. Open house. I think we were amazed that it was quite extensive, and we were amazed that it was quite developed. Extensive, really amazing place. Developed, and so there's part of the tour there. And so there's part of the tour there. Station 56 Open House Pancake Breakfast. Station 56 Open House Pancake Breakfast. And of course, near and dear to Councilman Churchio's heart is the VIPS. And of course, near and dear to Councilman Churchio's heart is the VIPS. So folks can go ahead and find out a little bit more about VIPS. So folks can go ahead and find out a little bit more about VIPS. And there's the phone number that they can call. And there's the phone number that they can call. In addition to that, there's the Veterans Community Commission. In addition to that, there's the Veterans Community Commission, upcoming veterans events, Veterans Advocate Training, and then upcoming veterans events. He went out again. And then plaudits to you. He went out the Animal Foundation Best in Show. Plaudits to you about the Animal Foundation Best in Show. So we inserted this information in there. He went and sought them out, and so we inserted this information in there for adoption. Tiny Tim, and this is going to be a regular feature for adoption of his particular newsletter. This is going to be a regular feature. So each quarter, his particular newsletter, we can get this out. Each quarter, we'll have another animal that'll be up for adoption. Get this out. We'll have another animal. This is kind of a nice feature if you have any feedback or suggestions. This is kind of a nice feature if you have any feedback or suggestions. Click there. About them. It has some fields where you can go put your name. There. It has contact information. You can go put your name, whatever you want to submit. Contact information. It goes to a generic mailbox. Whatever you want to submit. Staff. It goes to a generic mailbox. Councilman Churchio can go ahead and answer those questions. Councilman Churchio can go ahead and answer those questions. We have frequently dialed numbers. We have a link to the frequently dialed numbers. Phone directory. We have a link to the City of North Las Vegas phone council meetings, and then if you want to connect council meetings with Councilman Churchio through Twitter and Facebook, to connect, you could do it there. Councilman Churchio through Twitter and Facebook. It looks you could do it like it's complicated, but it's fairly easy like it's complicated, but it's fairly easy. I would emphasize the fact that if you make it photocentric, I would emphasize the fact that if you make it photocentric, encouraging the council members to go ahead and encouraging the council members to go ahead and follow, go ahead and Councilman Churchio's lead. I mean, go ahead and get this information. I know Councilman Churchill, if you had anything else you wanted to add for the ask. I know Councilman Churchill, if you had anything else you wanted to add.
We had started a newsletter back in 2009 when I first was appointed. We had started a newsletter back in 2009 when I first was appointed here, and very concerned about getting information out. I'm all about information. Very concerned about getting information out. I'm all about information to the constituents out there. Had a couple of thoughts here. I wanted to make sure that had a couple of thoughts here. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't time-consuming on staff and Mitch here. They did an excellent job. And it's important to note that once the body of the newsletter, additional information would be submitted by me. The additional information would be submitted by me. Get the emails or suggestions. Get the emails or suggestions. Generic email. And it wouldn't take any staff hours because we don't have staff. Take any staff hours because we don't have hours on. So I would be responsible additional hours on. So I would be responsible. Or a volunteer this is, to help me do and I want to make sure that this is we work together. And I want to make sure that we work together as a council because if we didn't do that, we wouldn't come as far as we have. Because if we didn't do that, we wouldn't come as far as we have. If I can't make an event, so many times if I can't make an event, would fill in. So it was very important to me that if I filled in for very important to me that if I filled in for any council member that it was noted that it was in their ward, I was just there as a representative for them. I was just there as a representative. I hope that the community will embrace this because I hope that the community will embrace this because this is once every 2 weeks. Aside from coming to council meetings once every 2 weeks, way for a council I think this is an excellent way for their residents, not only within their ward but just in general. Residents, not only within their ward but just in general. It's a little hard sometimes to as a disclaimer, and I'll kind of council members as a disclaimer up here with me. My fellow council members, I try to keep the emails that I have within Ward 4. But if they go over the line, so to speak, but if they go over the line, so to speak, and I don't believe not trying to get territorial, and I don't believe any of my fellow. It's about all of us working together. So once again, it's about all of us working together. So once again, this and Elisa, I appreciate all that you've done on this, and Elisa going forward on a few more. We look forward to going forward on a few more over here. Thank you very much.
Approximately 1,300 one thing I might note, there is going out to approximately 1,300 people, and we've already gotten requests. Feature. I don't know if you know. And we've already gotten requests for people that want to subscribe to this. And we just sent it out. Want to subscribe? Good interest on it. And we just sent it out. So there's been some good interest on it. It is a great tool. Anybody have any other questions? I think it is a great tool. Anybody have any
Council, we have any other questions about this? Seeing none, this is wonderful. I would like to have you. Seeing none, this is wonderful. I would like to have you. Just explain how wonderful Craig has been to you. Just explain how wonderful Craig has been to you, and this is his work.
This is my last council meeting. If you'll indulge me, this is my last. The staff, if you'll indulge me, has been incredible. The staff, it's been an enriching and fulfilling experience for me professionally. It's been an enriching and fulfilling experience for me professionally. They're just competent, they're collegial, they're They really have a team spirit, esprit de corps. They really have a team spirit right now. If you just kind of moved into the city, right now if you just kind of moved into the city and moved into Southern Nevada, you go, oh, Dignity Health and Cracker Barrel and Faraday. Well, we all recognize there was a time on Faraday. Well, we all recognize there was a time. There was something that held these employees together. There was something that held these employees together. Trust me. And it's more than the mission. Trust me. And they stuck it out. They believed in the mission. And they made my job a lot easier. And they stuck it out. I always like to tell my folks in the news media. I said, I always like to tell my folks in the news media. But there's people here that I have some information. But there's people here that they'd be more than willing to talk to you because they're very credible and they'd be more than willing to talk to you because they're very credible and they're very competent individuals. That's been the best part of my experience here. Working for that's been the best part of my experience here. Working for.
Thank you very much. We're going to go into council items now, and then we're going to say nice things. We're going to go into council items now, and then we're going to say nice things. City manager, anything else that you'd like to? Well, Mitch, manager, anything else that you'd like to? Well, Mitch, you might just stay close. Council items. Thank you. Council items. Items you'd like to share? Maybe we could do something nice for Mitch right now. Maybe we could just do something nice for Mitch right now. We'd like to take a minute, Mitch, to thank you. Or we'll just go down the line. Councilman Barone.
Mitch. I think we've always had quite a team here, but I think the team that was assembled, that really pushed forward and moved the city forward. I think you were part of the beginning of that when Deputy Manager Juden told me, "Hey, I got something to tell you. Guess who we're bringing on? We're reshaping the city and we're bringing this first break in." And he told me it was you. I literally jumped out of my seat, and that's not me exaggerating. I jumped out of my seat, and as if the Villanova team had just sunk that three-pointer to win the national title. I knew that with you on board, that you would bring a level of credibility, that you would bring a calming effect, so to speak, that people would see, hey. Did you hear that? That Mitch Fox went to work for North Las Vegas? They must not be dead. That they must be actually moving toward the future. And I really believe that your presence, all the hard work that you brought, your ideas, were definitely part of the that building block. Everyone's we know we're not out of the woods yet. We know we haven't won any wars yet, right? But we're moving, I think, definitely in the right direction, and you're a part of that. And I will sincerely miss you professionally and, of course, as a colleague and someone who's working hard for the city of North Las Vegas. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman. I appreciate that.
Councilwoman.
Well, Mitch, we appreciate so much what you've done for the city of North Las Vegas, both you and Craig over there, who came in very quietly and is hiding, but what you guys have done for the city is just amazing. I think the new website is absolutely beautiful and so much more functional, and I know it took a lot of time and a lot of effort to get there, but I think it was well worth it. I think Councilman Churchio's newsletter shows the talent that you guys bring and the quality of the work that you guys have done, the work you did on the state of the city, just all of it. You guys have done a great job. We appreciate it all. And Mitch, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Councilman Churchio.
Vision, professionalism, easy to work with. That's Mitch Fox. And for the short time I had on council here with you, it was, aside from the newsletter, which I admire the work that you do, it was really a pleasure, and I'm going to miss seeing you. So, but I know that you'll do fine. So, but we're here, if you want to come back and say hello. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilman.
Mayor Pro Tem.
I'd like to say thank you, Mitch, for always being there. If I send you pictures or information any time, day or night, you'd always respond right then and there. So I truly appreciate that, no matter what you were doing. Thank you for protecting us from all realms of media, reporters, the whole nine, making sure that we're on point, that we represent the city well, and we owe a lot of that to your guidance as far as speaking in the public eye. So just thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you well, and you will be missed.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, and I'll finish up on that. Mick, you accomplished every objective that we discussed before you came here. You want to know, what do you really want me to do? Are you sure I'm your guy? You were so overqualified, it was incredible. But yet you still came at a time that we needed somebody with your leadership and your experience within the market, the journalism market, that we had no televised meetings. We had no web page. We had nothing going. And you just came forth, worked with, I know, the good councilwoman here to do a lot of that kind of work. I know I think it's been 19 years you've been doing our State of the City for us, and we'd expect you to continue to do that for us, you know. But we are very excited to say, Mitch, you made impact in the time that you came here. You hit all your objectives. You always have a family here in North Las Vegas. We love you to death, and I think all the directors are going to be just sad that they don't see your smiling face every day. So good luck in your endeavors. We love Kitty to death and want to make sure that you and her have a good time together. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We have, okay, go ahead.
I have something else that I'd like to add. It's kind of talking about our unsung heroes. We have two gentlemen here who are council meeting after council meeting after council meeting. They're here. They are always so kind and so gracious to me, as I'm usually one of the last ones here, to make sure that I'm safe, and they do such a great job, and that is our marshals. And I really wanted to give an extra shout out to them. Councilman Churchio and I went to lunch with some constituents today, and they were talking about an issue that they had after the last council meeting. They had their young 11-year-old daughter with them, and as they were leaving, someone, I guess, approached her and was almost like thinking that it was their child and trying to take her. And of course, it scared the little girl, and certainly the parents were concerned. And you guys stepped up and calmed the situation right down. And I'm told you guys did just an amazing job taking care of it. And so we thank you so much for not only keeping us safe every month when we're here for council meetings, but also for helping the public and just, you know, being there when they really needed someone. So thank you very much, both of you.
Any other comments, Councilman?
Well, I guess I could sure use. I'm going to look forward. That's what I'm saying officially. I'm going to be looking forward to doing my own newsletter to get information out. Like, for instance, I want to make sure that everyone gets invited to a very special public information meeting that will be going on tomorrow. Hey, everyone knows that April 15th, which has been extended to April 18th for our taxes, is coming up really quickly. And I'd like to let everyone know that I have a very good friend from the community, Miss Cynthia Zermenio. She's also, I think, she's on one of our boards. She's teaming up, and we're teaming up with her, with the National Council of Raza, to give an informational meeting tomorrow. It's regarding the Child Tax Credit, CTC, and the Earned Income Tax Credit. That's something that when I was a struggling teacher there, or began to be a teacher, it was really important for me. And it's going to be extended for 5 years, and there'll be some information on that. And of course, everyone in the public is invited to come by tomorrow at 6 p.m. right here in council chambers to learn what it's about, and also to get some input. And also, and again, I apologize for maybe our friends who are sitting there scintillating, waiting for the awards there for the art show, which actually will happen. By the way, the awards are, I think, just in one of the drawers over here, so we haven't lost them or anything. But we will have the award winners, and I'm going to bring up an art piece that I purchased, Mayor. It's fantastic. It's going to hang in a place of honor in my office there, and I'm hoping that everyone will be very appreciative and maybe a little bit envious, and will definitely attend our next art show and support the young artists. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Councilman. Anything on this side, guys? Seeing none, I just would like to say thank you to our acting city clerk tonight, Marie Purcell. You did a fine job. And our assistant city manager for running this meeting in the absence of our city manager's meeting she had going, and our acting city clerk. So thank you very much for your efforts this evening. this is a time set apart, devoted to the public, to come up and address the city council. When I call your name, please come up. We ask that you please limit your comments to 3 minutes and avoid repetition. Mr. Bouchard. Welcome, Gary.
Thank you. It's good to be back. I missed the last city council meeting. Anyway, I just want to start by saying something nice about our police department. As you know, if you've read the newspaper, that the Metro Police shot their own dog who was following the directions of his handler. And I did some research. It turns out that our police department has never done that. And I think that was a very horrible thing. It's unfair to the dog. And I bet a lot of people don't know this, but these dogs, when they're retired, they all get put down. After years of service for the community, their reward is they're put to death. And I think that's wrong. Okay, moving along. Something else I think is wrong is these outdoor movies. I can do them better, I can do them cheaper, but the unions are causing me problems. I think it's unfair to the taxpayers. I think the taxpayers should run the city and not the unions. You know, I've been to the Parks and Rec meetings a couple times. I've met with you, I've met with everybody, jumped through all these hoops, and for some reason, even though we can do them cheaper, we can do them better, I'm not doing them, and I have two problems with that. Number one, I live here. I'm a resident. I'm a taxpayer of this city. I'm doing business with Henderson, Boulder City, or Las Vegas, do business all these small towns around here. I can't do business in my hometown. There's something wrong. And who's suffering? Well, I'm suffering because I'm a small businessman. I need the money. You people sit up here all the time. We want to support small business, and then you screw me over. I'm a small businessman. I need the money. I'm getting like $780 a month for Social Security. I spend $1,000 a month on medicine. I went to the hospital for 2 days. My copay for that's $5,000. I can't do this without picking up these outdoor movies in the summertime. So, you know, I just like to know why I can't get that job.
I'll check into that for you.
I wish you would.
Okay.
How much time do I have left? Oh, I got time left. Hey, if Mitch is leaving, is that going to create an opening?
Yes, and yes. I'm not really supposed to talk, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about that
You
too.
could put an application in if you'd like.
I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, I'll just give the other minute to anybody else that wants to talk.
No, we'll have. Yeah, I'll call up the next patient.
Once again, I just want to say I do.
You went to the hospital. You made that happen.
I got to get to the hospital. I'm watching. I'm a caregiver now, but I'm a volunteer caregiver. Something I do for the church. But I got 29 seconds. But once again, putting all kidding aside, I actually do think our police department is better than Metro. They also. I've been here for 16 years. I've never had a bad experience with our police department. I mean, they caught me driving home without my lights on. They didn't give me a ticket. They just said, Gary, turn your lights on. We don't want you to die. I've never had any problems with this police department. I can't say the same thing about Metro. So I think we do have a better police department. So, okay, great. Okay, have a nice week. God bless you.
Thank you, and you look very healthy now. Congratulations.
Mayor, may I?
Yes.
Just for clarification, we shouldn't really, this is open forum just to listen rather than speak. What happened with Metro was very unfortunate. There were 20
It was wrong.
shots
It was a
fired.
mistake they made.
Okay, right. It was, nobody intentionally did it. But the fact that putting the canines down is not true. When they're done with their service, more times than not, the handlers adopt them and they take them.
Right. If the handler is willing to adopt the dog, yes. If the handler is not, they get put down.
I've never seen that happen.
It happens a lot. There's a lot of things
Okay,
wrong
I don't want to put
that you don't get to see.
I'll have to bring Snooki up here to testify.
Okay. I can bring Snoopy next time. Have a nice weekend. God bless.
Thank you very much, brother. Mr. Dick Moyer.
By the way, it's good to see you. We should talk sometime.
Hard to follow that act.
Been practicing a long time, Dick.
I'm Richard Moyer. I go by Dick. I live at 608 Sprit Lake Court, North Las Vegas, Nevada. And I'm a resident of North Las Vegas, but I'm here mainly representing the Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 711. Henderson is a Purple Heart city. Las Vegas this month has declared themselves, made a resolution that on April 20th they will be a Purple Heart city. I'm here to ask you and the council, mayor and the council, if you would consider a resolution naming North Las Vegas as a Purple Heart city. I have the
For
paperwork.
those of us that are maybe not as informed as we should be,
I can
what
get-
exactly is that?
What? The Military Order of the Purple Heart?
Well, I mean, I'm aware of it, but what does it mean to declare ourselves a Purple Heart city?
I think just recognition of the military presence, especially here, with the large military presence, the VA hospital, the Fisher House, which I've been quite actively involved with, and I just think
Mr. Moyer, I think what we'll
North
do is
Las
have
Vegas should be considered. You should consider that.
our city
resolution.
councilwoman's taking an interest. Why don't, after the meeting, you talk to her, maybe we can get this going when she starts to
Thank you
understand.
very much. I'll be glad to. I have this, and you, in Chapter 711, will present you with a nice plaque, a nice Purple Heart flag, and we'll have a reception.
Great. Well,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else wishing to address the city council at this time? Seeing none, we'll close this comment, and the meeting is now adjourned. Hey, we're gonna have a special. I'm gonna take the scouts upstairs. Just remember.